I'd have to say I started drumming because my father was a drummer, and I started drumming really early. Like I probably started drumming around 3 years old. He would have all these records on and he'd be playing Queen and Pink Floyd and Zeppelin. And so as a kid, I had his old snare drum and whatever else I could find around the house to makeshift a drum set. As I got older and into my teens, I was encouraged to believe that it would probably be best if this thing was just kept a hobby. I immediately grinded with that word hobby, especially with drumming. Like, I hated when people told me, that's such a great hobby. You're really good at that. You can do that on the weekends. That's just like, it's like a bowling team. It's like, I do not want to drum on the weekends. I want to drum every day. A lot of people assume that if you're busking on the street, that you're hurting for money. I actually only expected to get some experience performance-wise and have some fun and entertain people, but it actually turned out to be so much more than that. I ended up making so much more money than I was even making at my 9-to-5 job during the summer. So I'd be working 8 hours, making a little bit of money, and then I'd go on the streets on a Saturday night, and I'd make more money in 2.5 hours. And this blew my mind. And I realized I could take this thing to a whole other level. So over the years, I just started assembling this kit and hitting the streets in the summer months. And thankfully, we live in a city that's very touristy. It was incredible for me. I had the opportunity to meet all these people from around the world, and they had the opportunity to hear me play. And it was this beautiful exchange. And I became very successful at it. So my busking kit is comprised of a normal drum set mixed in with some pots, pans, buckets, and other found sounds. And I would find myself going to these hardware stores and a Value Village and the Trash Yard, and I bring my drumsticks with me. And I pick out all this stuff and I would just start hitting things to see what works and what doesn't. I try to find things that will bring a new and fun element to the drum set that I'm playing right now. So I had to ask myself this question: how do I replicate this idea to make it last all year? 2 or 3 months is great. Can I make it 12 months? And it never dawned on me to be a drum teacher, ever. But I had a friend actually suggest this to me, and so I found a studio and off I went. So after getting known as a drum teacher, I actually got approached by a school, and they asked me if I wanted to be their music teacher, which scared the heck out of me because I never thought in my wildest dreams I'd do any of these things. And so yeah, I said yes. And so I was able to teach music for a full year last year. It was unbelievable. And while all this stuff is going on, I'm also the drummer for Andrew Judah, which has been an unbelievable experience for me because he's probably the hardest working musician I know. And to be a part of this project with him has helped shape so much of who I am as a musician. I love it, and I'm so excited to see where that will go as well. So I've come to a place in my career where I own 4 drum kits now. My trash kit for busking, I've got my drum set for recording, I've got my drum set for teaching, and I have this brand new drum kit that is a live performance kit that I use strictly for playing live. It's this beautiful Paris drum kit, and I love it so much because it's actually custom. When you mic it, it just sounds huge, and the toms sound almost electronic. And it's just this awesome thing. I get constant compliments on it when I'm playing live. In this life, I have found that there are so many roads you can take. So when I get emails after a night of busking from, some parent telling me that they were watching me the night before, and now their 5-year-old son is now making a ruckus with wooden spoons and pots and pans. Or when a student in my class finally nails a drum part, I think about this stuff and I say to myself, I'm on the right track. I'm doing what I set out to do all those years ago. And what's crazy to me is it doesn't even look at all like I'd imagined it would. In fact, it's so much better because I started with this thing and I decided to take a risk and move into doing something that I know I wanted to do. I know I was good at. And then I became a teacher, and then I became a music teacher and bands, and I'm recording recording. And now I have this amazing opportunity to go and be a public speaker and be a performer for all these different schools. And I love this because it's all kind of leading to the same place, which is I just want to be a light in a place that is seemingly full of darkness. And I want to bring joy to people. And as I look to the future, I can keep dreaming of what's to come, but I have a feeling that the future is going to be even better